So what then is suicide first aid training? Well, perhaps the most important thing to say is that it's a skills-based training. It equips us to be aware of some of the issues around suicide. Yes, but it gives us very specific skills in carrying out an intervention. And what I mean by that is we'll start by looking at the kind of wider scope, the wider issues concerned with suicide. What are some of the reasons, some of the factors that can lead somebody to a point where they're considering ending their lives? And we'll look at the way that that can impact not just the individual concerned, obviously, but those closest to them, and then the ripple effect going wider and wider and wider, so that we can have a clearer understanding that suicide affects us all in some way or another. But then we move on to the specifics of an intervention, action that we take to try and support somebody. And in essence, there are 3 steps to that. The first is when we recognise or have a sense, sometimes a physical sense, that there is a concern, a worry that somebody may be contemplating suicide, that we ask the question. That's a tough thing to do for many of us, to actually ask someone if they're contemplating suicide, but it's a very, very important question, and it's one that we have to ask very, very clearly, unequivocally. There can be no doubt what it is that we're asking. So there's a specific way that we're taught to be able to do that. It gives us a structure that makes that difficult question actually easier to ask. So it may be that we identify the behaviours or the language, whatever it may be, that's giving us concern. And we're able to ask, we're able to say. And when somebody says the kind of things you've been saying or does the kind of things you've been doing, it can sometimes mean that they're thinking about suicide. Are you thinking about suicide? And we'll think that sometimes that can be a difficult thing to do, and maybe we're going to make things worse. But the evidence is clear. That does not happen. It's not that way that things pan out. Actually, the fact that we ask the question gives the other person permission to speak, to share what's going on, if they so choose. We then move on to stage 2, which is being able to really listen to the person and to their experience. We're not trying to fix, we're not trying to solve, we just want to understand, to listen. What's their experience? How does it feel for them? And we want to be able to get them to a point where hopefully, if they have been contemplating suicide, that they're able to put that on hold, just to hold that there for a moment, so we can keep them safe for now, and we move into stage 3. What is it we can do? What is it they need to do to consider in order to keep them safe for now? And we'll work with them to construct a plan, their plan, in order to keep them safe, so we can move them on then to more professional services, other services, might be professional, might be charities, a whole range of potential sources of help and support to help them move forwards. So it's not you, it's not us taking complete control and being responsible for another individual for the rest of their lives. It's a first aid intervention, a structured intervention. Recognise the signs, ask the question, listen and explore. Put a plan together, a structured plan to keep them safe for now and move them on to others who can help them as they move forwards. It's a really, really important and profound training that equips us and makes us better able to help and support others, better able to reduce and limit suffering and potentially to save lives. And I would wholeheartedly encourage you to explore the training, whether it's with me or with anyone else, any other professional. But please do look into it. And if you are in the Tunbridge area, you may be interested in exploring the Tunbridge 200, which I've spoken about in other videos. It's a program by which I'm offering cost-based training, so only just the cost of running the courses, no fee for me. I'll give my time free because I want to encourage people to take up this training. The more people we have equipped with this skill, equipped with the confidence to engage in those conversations, the more we're able to support each other. And I know that we would want others to support those we love and care about if they were struggling. So it's good that we are able to do that for others. So please, if you're interested, get in contact with me, whether that's via my email address or via the website, and the addresses will be coming up shortly, and be happy to explore with you how I might be able to help. So, thank you.